What is up? What is going on, people? David, SVA Card Collectors. And oh, what a day for Yankee fans. Oh, boy. Mr. Garrett Cole joins the team finally after they tried to get him like 1,000 times for $324 million for 9 years. It means nothing to me. I don't care how much they spend. It's not my money. Go ahead. Spend. Spend. I think we should get Madison Bumgarner. Let's buy a World Series again. Woo! Anyway. So, there was that. We have that. That's what happened. So everyone's all tiffed and annoyed and they just spent all this money. But if they didn't get him, everyone would be crying, oh, look, see, they don't want to spend the money. So they're not serious about a World Series. So you can't win, but there's still plenty of guys out there. Wondering where Rendon is going to eventually, where he shows up. And, yeah, it should be, so far winter meeting's been pretty good. Been pretty active, not like last year, where everyone thought, Machado and Bryce Harper and the Yankees would get everyone, and that's what they were waiting for. They were saving all their money, and then they didn't do nothing. Not happy about Didi leaving. I really like Didi a lot. I felt like he was an excellent Yankee, and he filled in the shoes for Derek Jeter really well. I mean, that's a lot of pressure to replace the great Jeter, and he did it well. I mean, he did it real well. So, but now the Phillies and Girardi has him. Boo for them, I say. Again, I've been I've been checking the auction sites, Serious Sports Cards, and if you didn't see that video, that Vintage Curator, I think I shared it someplace on Facebook or whatever. Before I get into that, guys, I will be doing my weekly live chat where I'll be answering any of your questions. We can talk about topics that you guys want to talk about. I'm going to keep it to an hour. I think that's good enough. I think it goes too long to just start, jibber-jabbering about stuff because we're just trying to fill the time. So if you have any questions, concerns, questions about cards, anything, I'll try to answer to the best of my ability. So it'll be at 9 o'clock Eastern time. 9 o'clock. So, moving right along. So, Serious Sports Cards, it's one of the auction websites that I use, and I used to get better deals than I get now, maybe because it's getting a little bit more popular. The selling fees aren't too crazy. A lot of them are 20%. Here, I believe it's 12%. 12%, and then you have insurance, the whole 9 yards. It comes out to 15% all in, with including shipping. Whereas other places it's 20% plus $4 shipping, plus a reach around fee, plus of this, plus of that. So it's not good. And they have them fairly regularly, but they won't have it's not like heritage auctions where you get these crazy cards that are in there, like really old vintage cards or complete sets or things like that. It's not like that. But if you're looking for older cards, 50s, 60s, commons and things like that, that is the place to go, I feel, anyway. You can typically get good deals, and I bought from them and flipped them on eBay. But it is getting a little bit harder. Maybe now is the time, because this is when I bought them last time and I did well. So just give them a look. However, like I was saying before, the Vintage Curator came out with a video and noticed that there was a bunch of PSA 10s on, I believe, the 1969 set. And it does look odd when you see a ton of 10s because there's not that many 10s in these older sets. And he realized that it was from the same guy, and this guy submitted a lot. He submitted a lot, and a lot came back as 10s. And when you see that, red flag comes up. not on Sirius, but on the, they're just very similar to PWCC, and that's why sometimes I don't give them as much grief as I do in that aspect, because they're just taking the cards, they're looking at them, they say, all right, PSA graded them, and they're just selling it for the guy. Now, there's text messages saying to shill bid and all that nonsense. That's why I don't buy from PWCC anymore. But Sirius isn't like that. Maybe they do have shill bidding, but it's a little bit different because it's not like you can go up by $1. It's a decent amount that you got to go up by. In the beginning, I think you get up to 20, and then you go like 23, 28, 32. So it becomes like you got to spend a decent amount more. The next jump is not just $1 more. So it can become pretty expensive. So, but to see all those 10s in a row, for shame, PSA. For shame. And so I will not be bidding on those old cards. I didn't see any new cards that I liked. So I did see a Ken Griffey Jr., not a Topps. I forget what the hell it was. It was some weird, wacky card. It was going for $330. I posted it on the Flick Chat group. And the reason why I posted it is because it looked so off-centered. And the fact that they gave it a 10, I was not too pleased with. I mean, it was, to me, pretty bad. It was the 1997 Bellingham Ken Griffey Jr. Mariners team issue. So it was a Gem Mint 10. And you can tell, me, that's 60-40. If it's off by that much, you shouldn't. That's not a 10, that's a 9. Truthfully, it should be centered. If it's a 10, it should be 50-50. But they do get, they do. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't say 60-40, but you can definitely tell one side is thicker than the other. That's what she said. And if you could see that with your eye, if you can notice it right off the bat, it should be a 9. And again, like I was talking about before, the fact that they don't have any transparency, or they don't have any, they say they have guidelines, but they don't, because there's no rhyme or reason why some get 10s and some get 9s. So it just makes it tough. I will say this, at least with Beckett, they'll tell you, hey man, your centering looks funky. And you might go, that's BS. I don't think so. I think you're wrong. And I'm going to resubmit it. And you know what's going on. If it's a surface issue and you go, man, I can clean this up, I can make it look nice, I can get that, that 9.5. But like I said, you're paying double the amount of money to go to Beckett, and you're not going to get a 10. It's very, very, very difficult to get a 10. So you're going to get a 9.5 most likely, and the resale value compared to a PSA 10 is a decent amount. It's a stark amount. And so to spend $10 and just take the chance, and if you get that 10, now you're getting the card for like $50. It's valued at. Now if you get a Beckett and it's 9.5, well, you spent $20 to get it, and it's going to be worth 35. It doesn't make any sense to me. So that's why we all stick to PSA. I will say this, I see a lot more SGC grading, and hopefully that continues. I think them going from 1 to 10, and instead of having the stupid malarkey at 92 or 93 or 98, I think that is better. I think that will help them out a lot. I still think they should be saying, hey, for free, we'll reslab your Beckett's. Have a certain time period where you do that. They could have capitalized big time. And yeah, they would have spent a lot of money. But the more SGC you have in circulation for resale, especially for modern cards, more people are going to want to sell them. because they're going to say, I have these SGC cards. They grade better. Nobody argues that they don't grade better. Everyone is in agreement. Yeah, they're a good company. They grade well. They're harder than PSA. So if people continue this trend, maybe we can make it a three-party system. It's like the political, like the Republicans and the Democrats. Everyone goes, oh, they're all the same. We need a third party. And then they go, oh, it's a wasted vote. But maybe if you had a third-party candidate that was powerful, maybe they would take the cake and people would start voting for them. So same thing here. If SGC starts doing better and more people are sending them in because of PSA's nonsense, it'll work out. I don't have much to say. I'm sorry, this week is just busy with work, busy with life, but there's just not much going on. Nothing is grabbing my attention. That's really what it is. There's nothing, Panini Prism grabbed me for a while, and it still is, but I now have to sell these stupid cards that I don't want and try to, hold the rookie cards that I have. I think I have a couple of decent silvers. So if I hold them in maybe a couple of years, they're worth something, millions of dollars, I'll be happy. But till then, all right, svacardcollectors.com. Download the Flick Chat app. And also, guys, my Facebook group, join it so you can get into the conversation today, Wednesday, 9 o'clock. Be there or be square. Buy some cards and go broke. Later.